you from? Introduce yourself to my channel.
My name Hawk God Bands, man. I'm from South Central LA. I'm from out the Hoovers.
Hoovers. So growing up, what was it like growing up there?
I mean, man, it was like you're everywhere else. You feel me? That people grow up at. It was hard. You feel me? It was like every other week. It was meetings. Niggas had to meet up. Uh, a whole lot of DPs. If you couldn't live in the set and not interact with the homies. You couldn't live over there and not be involved with what was going on over there. You feel me? It was just like it was hard. It's way different from what it is now.
What do you think changed? Is it the social media aspect?
Man, what I think has changed. I just think that it's like over there's they being led by a bunch of bozos. You feel me? It's a bunch of people that's misguiding these youth, misguiding the young homies out here. You feel me? And even the young homegirls, like you know, if you're around my age, if you're in my bracket, we know what this shit is now. You feel me? We know like the streets don't really get you nowhere. We know the gang life don't get you nowhere for sure. The culture just in itself is draining. You know what I mean? Like the
Yeah.
things we put our people through and stuff like that. So like for me and my people, I know, throughout our culture, we hit a shift once we get a certain age to where it's like, man, we want to see something different. We want to reach for different things. You feel me? So it's like, the people that's in the way right now and that's out there, they not giving these kids nothing really to go off on. You know what I mean? It's the same cycle. So it's like, man, what we didn't know then, we know now. You feel me? We know where it gets you. We know where it got a lot of the people that we love, a lot of the people that we miss. You feel me? And that's what I think is wrong right now. You feel me? If you older and you got some direction to take these young boys and these young girls, take them in that direction positively though. You know what I mean? Like don't just be out here just have them thinking that the street is everything, the homies is everything, the set is everything. Like that's bogus. You know what I mean? And out there, it's a whole lot of people out there that don't care about these little boys and girls' future in the next 10, 15 years.
Facts. So what would your advice be to the youth to stay out of the streets, just stay out of gangs altogether?
Yeah, stay out, man. Stay out of the streets, stay out of the gangs. You know what I mean? Like, you know, well, what you interpret a gang and what a child may interpret a gang, you feel me? You got to be clear on what their understanding on what a gang is. You know what I mean? That's a group of two or more people that's outside doing no good. You know what I mean? So, just growing up, you got to give yourself something different to reach for. You know what I mean? And you got to be careful with the people that you surround yourself with. You know what I mean? Try to change the narrative from where you came from, because the future is the way that the way that the kids is going in, but not the street way. That ain't it.
True. So recently you've been going viral. What started the YouTube journey?
Oh man, I've been rapping since I was like 5 years old. You feel me? But um, most recently, what really spiraled it all out of control was me, King Pill, and G Uno. We had went over there to my hood. At the top of my hood, like in the 50s, we went down there. We got some footage over there. Uh, we shot some good clips over there. Did a whole diss track. Went down there on 43rd and Fig, and we like it's a little Tams, it's a little fast food restaurant they got down there. They just shot a vlog up there. I want to say earlier this year or last year. We went over there, and it was really just like trolling. In the light of where Fo Extra was going with his career and where King Pill wanted to go with his career. You know what I mean? Just something just to like further that movement right there, and stirred up a whole lot of mess over there, but it was positive for me, and that I feel like the job was done on my behalf.
Yeah. So that stirred up a lot of controversy. Somebody said that who's the person that said you had a put off?
Uh, who first said? Oh, Trig, man, Trigger Bird said that. See,
Okay.
but yeah, he has said
Does
that.
he
He
have the
come there
authority
now.
to say that? Or what
Huh?
does it take to get a put off?
Man, you got to be a nigga. You can't just be a nigga from the set that just running your mouth. Like, bro, your status, your credentials gotta hold some weight. You can't just be sitting on the prison yard for 15 years on the yard with 1,000 men with a tongue ring in your mouth. Staying out the way. That's not that don't get you nowhere. What do
Yeah.
that get you? A nigga that just did your time on your back? Like, bro, you're not that nigga. It's you know how this how I put it. In any house, anywhere you trying to get to the top, you either gonna escalate, you're gonna escalate to the top, elevate to the top, or take the stairway to the top, right? Trig has never took none of those measures to get to the top of none of this game banging shit whatsoever. You feel me? It's levels to this shit.
What
It's
does
like
it take to get to the top? Is it just doing good for your community? Is it catching a bunch of hats? Like, what exactly does it take?
man, I mean, for real, you just got to get your name right. Like, you can't be a nigga that these niggas gonna play with. You feel me? Period. Like,
Yeah.
man, the internet got a lot of these dudes fooled. It got a lot of them feeling protected, but I'm a nigga that really get outside on you. You feel me? I'm not playing with nothing out here. Cause
Yeah.
I done seen too many deaths in my life. You feel me? I done seen too many people be victimized, but where I'm coming from, my circle of people, we weren't ever the victims. We weren't ever, I don't know what that looks like. So I'm not finna stand for a person like Trig running his mouth about a nigga like me with my status and structure out here in the street. You feel me? Like,
Yeah.
so, I mean,
Have you ever met in person, or is this just an internet thing?
you said what?
Have you ever met in person?
Man, I was on the yard with Trig. I know him.
Okay.
Know him since we was kids. I was with him when he went to jail before he caught his time. He was
Yeah.
tagging on the wall and threw the spray can in front of the sheriff car right there on 88th in Vermont. Police ran the spray can over and he went to jail. You feel
Yeah.
me? And then I seen him. I seen him in Twin Towers, 2009. We chopped it up a minute. You feel me? He came home. I came home. I mean, we was cool. You feel me? I mean, but like
So
I
this,
said,
you think this is like an internet thing? Because what was his reason to say that you got put off? Was it because he said that you were on an EOP yard?
man, his reason for saying I got put off because he know I'm a nigga and he know
Hmm.
that he's not, and he gonna say whatever he can say to get people to pay attention to him. You feel me? Like he trying to spend these. He calling himself being a YouTube vlogger or whatever, and then he tried
Yeah.
the rapping that didn't work. You know what I mean? Like I mean, shit. He don't want
But
to get up.
were you on an EOP yard ever, or is that like
Yeah,
a rumor?
I
You
was,
were?
but it was
Okay.
a
So
thing.
what,
Like
for those that don't know, like what is an EOP yard?
a EOP yard is an enhanced outpatient yard. So basically, like that yard is designated for people who go through like mental shit, right? But you got people with bad charges, bad cases that did fucked up shit that take that weight out. You know what I mean?
Mhm.
So like they go over
It's like
there
a
one.
way to escape the main line, basically.
Exactly. It's people go over there so they don't have to deal with the politics. You got a lot of like Mexicans and white boys. They can't go over there because like you just can't be over there because it's people who got bad charges over there. That's just how they politics operate. But even for them, like it's a whole lot of them that's over there who don't want to pay taxes. You got Mexican Southsiders who charge their people 13% of canteen of any piece of drug they bring it in and out of the yard. You got to get a yard 13% of that. You feel me? No matter what, it's can't. Well, no matter if your mom them send you $200 to wash your ass and get you some food and stuff like that, you got to give 13% of that to the homies. Period.
Why
You feel,
13? Like why that number? Why not 20? Why not
because
30?
that's the way that the Southsiders operate. They Southsiders they push the number 13 for the M. You feel me? So
Okay.
that just represent the strength in the M for them, as in Mexican mafia or whatever it's gonna be. You feel me?
How does
But
it work with the Hoovers on the yard? Like, is it if you eat, the little homie eats, or is there a percentage that you pay, or?
man, I done been on yards where homies was going out there like touching for shit and coming back and they was blessing the yard. You feel me?
Mhm.
I done been on yards where homies had it all and wasn't giving the homies nothing. You feel me? But my thing on when I went over there, I never had no bad charge. To this day, I never had a bad charge whatsoever. Like my homie Damian Porter, Chinaman, he did a segment on me about a week ago where he was like, he was in the cell with me when I was fighting my case. He was with me when I took my time. My charge was never bad. Uh, I never was running from nothing like that. You feel me? So my whole thing was, it was like, it was fuck shit going on the yard where I was noticing fear in some niggas over there that was behind the set. You feel me? And a situation occurred where I put my foot down and like, nigga, I'm finna set this motherfucker off on the dead homies. Either you finna pay me my bread back or we finna get cracking. Bottom line, that nigga. All right, boom. I'm gonna tell you the story right now because I ain't never told it to nobody. So let me just give it to you like this, right? All right, we in Lancaster B Yard. This a dude named BA from Parish Neighborhood. He got a phone. I had a phone. I had blew my phone out during the big search. But I'll tell you, like, look, man, I need 5 days in phone time straight, but I don't want it during the hours you want to give it to me. I got select times that I needed it. He like, all right, boom. I tell him it's $300 on this green dot. Don't take the green dot if you're not gonna pull up with the time. You feel me? He swear it up and down he gonna pull up. All right, boom. Give him the money. Next day he don't pull up. You feel me? So I'm C status now. If you're C status, that means you're literally confined to your quarter. You can't go out. Like you gonna go out for child and you're gonna go out for pill call if you have pill call. But we on the main line at the time. So I'm not on pill call. I go to sell 220 every month. I'm in visiting every Saturday and Sunday. So I'm stocked up. I'm good. I don't really go outside to sell to eat. You feel me? So that morning came, it was child time. They do child release. This dude, the whole building come out. I'm in cell 139. This dude is in cell 217. So now that's a direct angle of view if you're in my cell and if you was in his cell. Anybody know that been on a 270 design yard, you can see from cell to cell. You feel me? So like when they release child, I don't see him come out. So I'm like, all right, he a porter. A porter is somebody that comes out and clean. You pass out trays to the inmates that's on lockdown. If we on lockdown, you know what I mean? Like you take care of the unit or whatever. So they do child release. He doesn't come out. You feel me? And then I'm like, all right, maybe he gonna come back when he gonna pop out when the celly come back in the cell. So his celly come back in the cell and he shuts the door behind him. Now I instantly blow up. I be tripping like I'm not going for nothing. You feel me? I'm a Gemini. I'm tripping on everything in sight. I don't know how to give niggas no breath like that. So I'm like, what? Like so I strike him a kite. Like boom. And the kite, if for the people that don't know what a kite is just a little note. You know, you just getting straight to the script, like period. We ain't beating around the bush or nothing. The paper too small for me to beat around the bush. I'm straight and direct with it. So I write him a kite. I'm like, hey, bro, what's up with the phone time? You supposed to pull up with the phone time. Nigga, you ain't pull up. You feel me? What's the deal? Get back at me. I sent it. I wrote the kite. I sent it up there. He didn't even take the kite. He sent the kite back to me. Now I'm pressured up. I'm like, okay, now it's time for me to show these people who I am. You feel me? Fuck the politics. It's time for me to get cracking now. So, long story short, I'm like I'm tripping. I'm like, man, tell that nigga come out of cell. He come out the cell. Mind you, I'm still locked in my cell. So he come out. He try to holler at me. I tell him just like this. I say, bro, you supposed to pull up the phone time. You didn't pull up with the phone time, nigga. I hope you did not load the money off that green dot. If you did, I'm gonna attack you, bro. Straight like that. He looked at me like, man, you gonna threaten me? I said, I'm telling you what it is, bro. If you loaded that green dot, I'm gonna attack you. He pushed upstairs, hollered at his homies, says homies roll my homies a long kite. My homies came out the cell off the dribble, face scrunched up, body demeanor just aggressive with me. So I'm sitting there like off the back, I'm a homie. You don't push up on me like that. Nigga, I got status out here. You feel me? Like you don't push up on me like that, bro. Like where the benefit of the doubt at? That's an
Yeah.
op at the end of the day. He stole at the end of the day. He couldn't fulfill his obligation at the end of the day. So am I wrong for threatening this nigga? You feel me? So they pushed up with their face screwed up. Now that went from me pressing him to me having words with a couple of the homies. Uh, I had words with them. I'm like, all right, we're gonna do it up. Long story short, my homies ended up paying me the money that the dude stole from me. They paid me to get me to calm down, whatever. I wasn't feeling it at that point. I'm like, yeah, this Buster shit. Like, I don't. That's like me being your homie and somebody stealing from you, and we in an environment like that, and I'm telling you, I'm gonna pay you. And you
Nah, but
like,
it's the principalities. I need him to fucking do what he promised. I don't even.
exactly,
It's not about the money.
exactly. So I'm like, oh, yeah, my bad. Excuse me, y'all. So I'm like, at that point, I'm like, yeah, man, this is. I see how this is gonna go. This is finna go left. You feel me? Because I know me. I can't not be me in the environment just because this environment is what it is. I still gotta be me. Do you feel me? If I don't, how fake am I being around y'all? I'm gonna press niggas if it's funny. You feel me? I'm gonna speak up if it ain't right. I'm gonna put my feet on the ground straight up every time. If y'all niggas can't deal with that, be like Trig and stay in your cell on your bunk, laying on your back. You feel me? So it was like the homies paid me to leave the situation alone, and then a week later they try to snake me. But when they try to snake me, I beat the boy up. I beat the homie ass. Anybody that was there know it. I whooped him
How
bad.
did they try to stink you?
We coming from child, this fool, we coming out of the child hall, and I'm a person that read the room. You feel me? Body language is a motherfucker. Like telepathy for real is really, it save your life. It saved my life every time. Because when people got something up their sleeve, they not gonna tell you what they got, especially if they feel you got the upper hand. They not gonna tell you what they plan on doing to you. You feel me? So the element
Yeah.
of surprise is to catch him while he not looking. But I'm a person, I read the body language so well, then I'm like, yeah, it's something tricky in the air. So we coming out the chow hall. I took my shades off. I had some lokes on. I took them off. I folded them up. I put them in my pocket. As soon as I put them in my pocket, the homie swung. And when he swung, I like dipped on him and came back up and put him down. And then he tried to get back up and I put him right back down. You feel me? And then he like grabbed me by my knees and tried to dip me, but I ended up sliding all my weight backwards on my feet, like down though, like on my feet. So when he tried to grab me, my upper body linked down on his body. You feel me? So now we in the dirt and I'm just dogging him out. They spray us. Whoa. We come back. He tell me who sent him. I go straight to the cell. Like, nigga, y'all sending niggas, bro? What's happening? They like, oh, that's not a DP. I said, it's not a DP. They said, no. I said, why it's not a DP? They like, because, bro, it's just not a DP. I said, it ain't a DP because I beat his ass. You feel me? But if
Yeah.
he would have beat
Or
my
if
ass,
he would have washed you up, then it would have been a DP.
exactly. You feel me? So
Yeah.
I'm
I mean, you don't. He probably don't want his ass beat twice.
exactly that beat at
That
all.
was
He
the
thought,
DP.
yeah, he didn't want his ass beat at all, but he got
Yeah.
socked. So, long story short, it's 40 of my homies from my backyard over there that's from LA, Hoover, and it's two out of town Hoovers. There's one from Fresno and one from Texas. The one from Texas, he's older. He's in his 50s. The one from Fresno, he probably was in his late 20s, early 30s. He felt the homies don't always get at them like they outsiders. They got something to prove to the set. But my thing is, the politics was so dirty that, if I done anything wrong as far as threatening a nigga or anything, if I done anything wrong, why couldn't none of my homies from my section that really grew up with me and really know me, why they ain't try to do nothing? Yeah, it was like an outsider. They literally went and got an outsider and pumped the outsider up to get his ass beat. You
So how do
feel?
you feel about out of town Hoovers? Do you feel like it's
I mean, I love him. I mean, I don't feel no type of way about him. I mean, shit, he had something to prove and he couldn't prove it. You feel me? So, you know, only thing he proved is that he couldn't fight. You feel me? But I mean, I love the homies from OT. I just don't like a certain few niggas in the set right now. But no, I love my homies. I love my section. I love where I'm from. Type shit.
who's someone that's a real one from that? There's a lot of fake people, but we never give credit to who the real ones are. Who's someone that's a real one?
Real one, hands down, man. Lil Hoover, Baby Hawk, Big Smoke, Big Batman. Uh, shit, my little brother. Um, I, and the homie The homie Lil Black from Non Four out in Vegas. I'm gonna give it to them. They solid.
Oh, good shit. So, were you in prison with Gumby or
Nah, that he couldn't he wouldn't survive with me. Hell
where
no.
is he? Where is he like doing his time, or is he out already?
He out.
He out. Okay, so you said that he was a booty bandit.
Man, the worst kind. You feel me? Like, see, this is the thing with Gumby. Gumby is chasing a story of some gangster shit by default. You know what I mean? Like, he didn't wake up one day and be like, I'm gonna do this killer shit and it's just gonna be in me. Like, it was never that. Like, you
Why?
know,
Because he got put on in jail.
yeah, but not only that, I mean, he was wrongfully he went down for some serious shit that he was wrongfully accused of. So we knew that he didn't have it in him from the jump when he got all that time. Therefore, you feel me, when he ended up catching the case in prison and he ended up stabbing Devil from 5'9" Hoover, it was like, once the evidence showed that he didn't commit the crime, he wasn't supposed to be on that yard in the first place. So he was backed into a corner. You feel me? Like, you know, and the way he
But
was
isn't
back.
that just a part of being in a gang? Because that I know a lot of people that's actually happened to where someone else did something and the person just had to take it and do their time.
No, hell no, that's not part of being in no gang. And if you teaching that to your young homies, you foul. That's not
Yeah,
no part of being in the gang because I tell my niggas just like this, bro. Nigga, don't let none of the homies go down for nothing that you did. Nigga, be a man, bro, and go take that. Do you feel me?
yeah,
Period. Because we all made a decision to get into this shit. We all made a decision to be in the streets. We all made a decision to come outside and play with these guns and take these cases and bail out of jail in and out. We all made that decision, bro. So
yeah,
you feel me? If by default one of the homies or one of the homegirls take a fall behind your shit, you got to do us right, bro. You got to step up and go free that person. That's
yeah.
right. You feel
But
me?
then at the end of the day, he is a killer because if he wasn't, now he is. So does he get any credit for that? You know?
No, no. I can't. Me personally, I can't give a nigga no credit for smacking somebody that stabbed you in your side and told you was they bitch. Like you did
Wait,
what
wait,
you.
wait. He got stabbed and I thought you said he caught a case for stabbing somebody.
No, Gumby caught a case before that and
Okay.
went to prison, and he had life. So, but then they had sent him to Calipat. He was in prison, and one of the homies had caught a knife case. Well, had a knife on him and threw the knife, and they told they wanted Gumby to take the case. Gumby didn't want to take the case, so
Oh,
when Gumby didn't want to take the case, the homie ended up like busting on Gumby, stabbing him, and whispered in his ear and told Gumby he was his bitch. Do you feel me? So
damn.
so it was like a makeshift knife that Gumby had found on the yard, working on yard crew. He buried it in the dirt one day, and then he seen. So this part was premeditated, I guess you can say that. He buried the little shiv in the dirt, and he waited till the police came and secured Devil to where Devil couldn't have no fight in him, like cuffed him up, and he went and stabbed Devil in the neck. Now, to me, that's some coward shit. Like, bro, you waited till this man was cuffed up and you did shit in front of the police. That's not only coward shit, that's PC shit. Because any in the streets, you can't say that if you do something in front of the police on the streets or in the county jail, it's PC shit, it's police shit, and excuse the shit that Gumby did. You
Yeah.
feel that's police shit. How
What? So how much time did he get for killing the devil from
I'm
Hoover?
pretty sure he got the minimum for it though. He said he did like 5 or 7 years in the shoe, and he paroled from the shoe. So I think you got the low, the mid, and the high. So I think he did the low, and I think the low for manslaughter is like 5 to 7 or something like that.
That's crazy. So if you're gonna commit murder, you're better off doing it in prison than outside. Because if you do it on the outside, child predators get less time than a murderer, which is
Right,
crazy.
right. See, but I mean, he did all that, and he came home and like that dude is in the closet. Like he chasing that gangster shit. And like I was saying, you feel me? You don't gotta sit here and chase no gangster shit if it's really in you, bro. You don't gotta keep telling the same story over and
Yeah.
over. over, bro. Like that gangster shit man, it's gonna regenerate itself. Every time there's some smoke going on, bro, that gangster shit gonna be outside, bro. You feel me? You can't just keep living off one story and trying to spin it and spin it like, bro, that shit is old. That shit is over with, bro. You feel me? You got out of jail off PREA. PREA is the Prison Rape Elimination Act. You feel me? All he got to do is show up, is show the people his paperwork. His paperwork say that he was getting sexually assaulted by the homie Dev. You
I
feel
thought
me?
everybody was doing that because that's like how you're gonna make some money right now because it's the lawsuit you're talking about, or
Yeah, that's now. But we talking about when he got out. This was in 2011 when he
oh,
came.
he's been saying that basically.
Yeah, he's been came
Was he
home.
did he really get
But
his
I
booty took?
this was like 2011. I want to say he probably caught the murder on Dev in like 2004. You feel me? Because he did 7 years in the shoe. So I'm just doing the math in my head. He probably caught the murder around the manslaughter around 2004. He did the little shoe time, and he ended up paroling from the shoe. But that's not
Mhm.
only the tip of the iceberg. The boy out here getting fucked. Well, can I don't even really know how
Yeah,
much.
yeah, yeah, you could say whatever.
Oh yeah, he getting fucked in his ass out here. Like he was just begging one of the homegirls. I'm not even gonna say her name because I promise not to put her name out there. But he know who she is. You feel me? He was just
Is she
fuck.
a Hoover or
Yeah, yeah, she over, but he was bad.
at
He was
least
bad.
it's not a blood? No.
Yeah,
Okay, I'm
yeah.
listening.
She probably was seeing blood though. You feel me? The shit she was sticking in him. Cause she was like,
But you
she,
know how people say Jose is no say? It's like, how do you know she wasn't just saying that?
because he tricked all like this is where all his money went.
I
All
had
his
guys trick off on me and they didn't let me take their booties.
yeah, I
I'm
mean,
saying when I said something, no one believed me. So I'm gonna always question everything anyone says now because
man,
let me see the proof because I didn't lie. So,
man, come on,
because
man,
wait, he waited till he got out of prison to start being gay? That's like,
man.
and is
Yeah.
it really gay if a woman's fingering you?
Yeah, hell yeah, it is. Hell yeah.
But that's what I'm saying. Have you ever heard about him in prison getting fucked in his ass?
Man, I heard Devil was fucking him in his ass. That's how he got out. That's part of the Prison Rape Elimination Act. The boy is a Me Too survivor. He's a prison rape.
But were there any accusations on Devil for being gay while he was in prison?
I mean,
Because
I
it's easy to say that after someone's no longer with us.
man, I heard that Devil was in there taking niggas manhood. He was knocking people out and he was running in their backyard like that. Yeah, he was doing.
Okay. I've heard that some people they actually look at it like taking your manhood, like it doesn't make them gay. What was Devil like though?
Man, I was just on the phone with one of the homies from Far Nine, man, from out the 50s. And that's actually one of his people. And we was just talking about him, man. The dude was good, from my understanding. Cause I mean, I didn't get a chance to meet him. That's the homie brother though. You feel me? The homie, well, that's the homie pops, the homie brother's pops. You feel me? So uh my homie Neil was solid. You feel me? His kids was solid. They some solid ass niggas. You feel me? Uh, you know, some good people, good genuine people at heart, man. But the conversation that I had with one of Devil close people, man, he was solid. You feel me? He was solid.
Yeah.
He his ground. You know what I mean? And shit, he did what he wanted to. You feel me? He really pushed his weight around, type shit.
So the same people saying that he was a real one, how do they feel about the gay accusation?
You said, how do they feel about the gay accusations? I mean, you gotta think about it at a time when that shit was going on. Game banging was at an all time high on knocking people out and just taking it. You feel me? At least in that era was. But they was then at the same time, it's other factors that probably go into that. You people, they were smoking sherm real heavy back in the day. They were smoking crack real heavy back in the day. You feel me? So, I mean, I guess that's at that time, for the gang banging culture. The people that was running around in that era that had some size on them, that had that appearance that can intimidate you when you walk in the room. I guess that was something that they used to like paralyze they enemies. You know what I mean? Just to shock them in fear, just to paralyze them type shit.
Yeah, true. So what else? um, what happened between you and Compton Rick Rock?
Oh man, so man, look, that one kind of funny though, cause Captain Rick Rock. Are we gonna get to it? But uh I'm just a person that really speak from I speak from deep within me. You feel me? I speak if I see something that don't really sit well with me, I'm gonna say something about it. You feel me? And what don't sit well with me, and this not a shot at Compton Rick Rock. You feel me? It's just I want the world to know this. And all of the people that's speaking in support of Faux extra situation. You feel me? May God bless him on his journey to recovery and shit like that. Like, oh,
So,
I hate that he going through that. You feel me? That's pain that he gonna have to get through. You feel me? But what I don't like is somebody that got a wide platform, like how he had a huge platform where he could have took off in any direction that he wanted to take off in, and he didn't know how to change his character up. His character was always a bully on demon time. A nigga that, in and out of the county jail, that's socking on people, socking on his ops, making the non-affiliates fight each other on non-affiliate night, knocking out non-affiliates just because of where they stayed at on the map. You know,
so
and
for people that don't know, what is non-affiliate night?
non-affiliate night is I really don't know.
Okay, so continue.
Because when
I'm
I
gonna
was in
Google it
there,
later.
it wasn't no non-affiliate nights. When I was in the county jail, it was like they didn't even really get acknowledged for nothing. You feel me? But I guess non-affiliate night shit is a night where they gonna have a tier, they can do what they want on the tier and they stay up. I don't know. I'm not sure, but he making non-affiliates is people who don't gang bang. He just making them fight. You feel me? And that ain't right, bro. That ain't they lane.
I
You
mean,
feel?
you're in prison.
Yeah,
You want to
that.
get fucked or you want to fight? I thought that's what prison was.
Yeah, but this the county jail. Like we
Mhm.
talking about county jail. He talking about doing this shit in county jail. You feel me? So, it's none of that sexual shit going on in the county jail for real. Like if you a nigga in there and you get peanut butter stuck in your ass, or you get a carrot stuck in your ass, or you get a Capri Sun squirted in your ass, bro, that's because you let niggas do that. You feel me?
What if I'm knocked out? How am I letting him touch my ass?
I mean, you shouldn't be in there fighting if you ain't got nobody in there that's gonna hold you down. It's
Okay, but then if I don't have no one with me and they say it's time to fight, and if I say, wait, 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 I need somebody with me, they're gonna say I'm a pussy and knock me out anyway.
I mean, at least you squabbled and you gave it your all, but it
That's what
should.
I'm saying. Even if that is true, at least he squabbled. He didn't back up, even though he was by himself. So if that did happen, I feel like the person doing it is a weirdo, in my opinion.
Exactly, and you gotta have somebody that's there that's gonna stand on business. That's not gonna allow that. Like me, like let's say you got Crips, Bloods, you got SAs, Samoans, Asians, white boys, Tongues. You got everybody in that one environment. Everybody on the tier together. You feel me? Now, day room is gonna be ran for your tier. Now they might run it in quarters or they might do full tiers. So if it's 12 cells on the tier, that mean they gonna break the cells down in fours, and that's three quarters. You feel me? So depending on the group that you gonna do, if you downstairs and you in a 6-man cells, 4 times 6 is what 20, something like that. So you gonna it's like you going or 24 or something like that, whatever that number is. But you gonna be in that
Gotcha.
day room, and while you in there, people gonna be in there squabbling. People gonna be in there getting it in. Now you might see some people in here squabbling that don't have nothing to do with you, but you a real nigga. And when you a real nigga, these other races is gonna respect you. They got a shot caller that's gonna respect you. The white boys got a shot caller that's gonna respect you. It's gonna be mutual ground for all of the real niggas that got a voice and that know they voice within they car. You feel me? So if I see uh, a Carver Park, a dude from Carver Park fighting a dude from Bounty Hunters, right? And I see the Carver Park dude knock the Bounty Hunter dude out, and he start reaching for a pack of jelly or something. I'm jumping up like, hey, bro, what you doing? Like, nigga, we ain't doing that. Nigga, I'm in
Yeah.
here. You feel me? Just based on not that I care about what you're doing, but I'm around you, bro. You feel me? That's not finna be around me. I'm not finna be doing that. You know what
But
I
is
mean?
that something that actually does happen in prison or county? Like, do people really get shit up their ass?
I ain't never seen it.
Have you heard about it, like while you were in prison, or is because this is the first time I'm hearing about it now.
Man, I heard about Munchie B situation. You,
What, when it happened or more recent?
I'm not saying it happened. I'm just
I
saying
don't think it happened either
yeah.
because I feel
I
like he has no other smut on his name. It's like people needed something to say
man
about him.
was a certified stepper, man, certified everything with that man. You feel me?
Yeah.
He wasn't never no buster. You feel me? If the boy had his
Yeah.
vision, if
So
he
how do you
had,
feel about what he said about For Extra losing his hand?
I don't feel no type of way about it. I mean, I feel like even with trolling faux extra situation, me personally, I don't like faux extra, right?
Okay.
I don't like him.
Is it because he's from the 40s or just you don't like him as a person?
Uh, shit. Oh, it's everything around the clock with him. I don't like him because of where he's from, but it's not that because I got some people from over there that's cool. But it's what it is. Is I don't like how he let that shit get to his head, and the only thing he see is 4-0. That's it, and it's like he let that take away from how he treat people that he shouldn't be treating in a fucked up way. You feel me? As far as like non-affiliates and handicapped people, and even if that shit did have, like, he probably didn't stick no carrot up there, but I'm pretty sure he probably didn't put his hands on one of the homies up there who he had the advantage over. You feel me? And it's like when he's going on these platforms and he's telling his jail stories, his squabble stories, and all that, and how he did this to the Hoovers and did that, and how he did this to Jap Five, and how he did all this shit that he said he did. You feel me? And
What
then
did he say that he did to Jab 5?
he said he fired on the homie and the homie flew five tables back or some crazy shit. But that's when I first spoke up. When I heard that segment, I'm like, man, what? Like, nigga, hey, look, the homie not here to speak up for herself, bro. You feel me? Like, nigga, you can get anybody to believe that story if the man ain't here to tell you otherwise. You feel me? Like, that's out, bro. But
Yeah.
why don't you tell the people the story when you called me out for a fade and I told you, bet, bro, we gonna get out in the morning, we gonna hit. First thing in the morning, they turn the lights on. I holler at him, hey, Feuds Street, like, what's happening? I'm like, look, nigga, if they call you for wayside, don't go. Nigga, I'm gonna come down there in showers. He like, bet, man. They delayed showers. They called Wayside Line, and his name was called. I heard the name Bingham, and his cell door popped open, and out walked this dark skinned nigga with braids. I didn't even know what the nigga looked like. So I'm looking at the nigga like, hey, you actually like, yeah. I'm like, bro, what's happening? He like, man, I'm finna go to Wayside and fight your homies over there. There's more of them over there. That's bunk shit. Nigga, anytime you set the tone for a squabble, bro, you go get that. You feel me? You don't dodge. That's like dodging a bullet. Like, what is you doing? We ain't doing that, bro.
Yeah.
Feel
I
me?
mean, everyone has different ways of handling it. I heard Brick Baby just didn't even try to fight. Some people like try to dance around it completely,
Right. And
letting
that's
their homies get fucked up.
and that's what he did, man. Because I got to name that ring in that county jail. You feel me? I done took over modules. I done took over floors. I done ran it up. I done socked on shit. You feel me? I done stood on everything I was supposed to stand on in that county jail. You feel me? And at that time, he knew my name was a name of dominance on them floors in there, and them dorms in there, and them modules in there. You feel me? So it was like he bit off more than he can chew because he called me out overhearing a story being told over the tier. He didn't know my name. You feel me? He just like, hey, like, man, where you like, who is that? Where you from? Like, man, I'm from West Side Hoover. He like 40 Crip. I didn't even get a chance to get my name out. You feel me? So it was like, man, the fade had already been established. Like, nigga, we gonna get that, bro. We gonna see what we hit for when the doors open, bro. It's just gonna be that. Dead homies. I'm not with teeter totter no
Also,
more.
instead of fighting you, basically, he said he's gonna go somewhere else and fight more Hoovers.
Exactly. But
Did
you
that
see,
fight ever happen though, or
no, but you see where
no?
this is where the trick ball come in at. Nigga, who knows where he landed when he went to Wayside? He could have landed in the dorm all with full of his homies.
Maybe.
You feel me? So it's
Yeah.
like and then you can pretty much when you go to Wayside, you damn near can predict where you going. Like, depending on the police that's over there working in IPA where they bring you through processing. Like, if you know your shit, all you gotta do is pop at one of the guards and be like, hey man, I'm from Hoover, send me to where my homies at. You feel
Yeah.
me? And if they cool, they'll direct you to where your homies at. So I mean, not taking the fade that you initiated, bro, and you coming out when the doors cracked to go to Wayside, you saying that you gonna go to Wayside and fight my homies because there's more of us over there, nigga. That's crazy. That's crazy, bro. We ain't
Speaking
doing.
of prison, have you ever seen, like, does gay shit actually happen? And if it does, is it consensual or are people really still getting raped?
I never seen that happen, man. That would have to be more like a question that I would have to ask Gumby. You feel me? Because he would know more of that. More that's more his backyard.
Okay. Because no one ever wants to talk about it, but it's like that happens in every prison. And
I
you
mean,
said yourself, if Devil from Hoover was taking booties,
that,
that means it's like they're like, what is it like to admit that from your own gang? There's people that are doing that. It's like,
man,
there's people in every gang doing that,
I,
right?
I look, I just like telling the truth on what it is with this gang banging shit, right? You got a whole lot of powerful men that's in seats at the top of every food chain with this gang banging shit that like butt, they like sweet shit, they like all that. You feel me? Powerful men. I know it's one. Put it like this, and it's not no secret, and I'm not a person that's gonna sit here and make secrets out of the shit that men do. You feel me? Because if I make a mistake, ain't nobody gonna make a secret out of it. You feel
Yeah.
me? They sit here and they gonna say this, they gonna say that, they gonna say this, they gonna say that. Man, the leader of the Hoovers in prison is a booty bandit himself, like the leader of this shit. You
What's
feel
his name?
his name Hoover Line. And I ain't never seen no, I don't know the nigga. You feel me? I don't know him. But I just know they say he like 5'2", he like 150 pounds. He a little itty bitty dude. He caught life 2 weeks before going home. Behind a faggot. I mean, excuse my language to the LGBTQ community, but he caught life 2 weeks before coming home behind a homosexual. So I mean, and that's what's funny about this politicking shit is that y'all can allow men to sit here and mess with a transsexual in front of you, um, and think that that's cool. This is way before the LGBT stuff came into effect. This is just the way he was getting down and the way a lot of people was getting down. You feel me? And a lot of people, when people hear about it, like when certain shit get out like, oh, he this dude the booty band, this dude the booty band, and all. But what about these OG niggas that's outside, bro? That's still on that right now. You feel me?
Yeah.
That shit go on in there, and they out here doing that shit. You feel me? So it's just like these older niggas be knowing what they be tying themselves into. Not saying that that's going on everywhere, but I know, you feel me, in my section in prison, the top dog, man, he deep with that homosexual stuff.
Is there anybody from the Hoovers that you know snitched and nobody talks about it?
Mm, mm. Yes.
Oh,
His name is Little D Dog. I'm not sparing nobody. Yes. That nigga
he's from
brought
the
first
Hoovers?
that he told. He did all that. Yes, he did. Yes, he did. He told, and he got all them niggas over there running behind him. You feel me? This is why I don't I don't give a fuck no more. It's like in my mind, I crashed out with this gang banging shit already. Right? I crashed out with it. And what I mean by that is this. Anytime you amongst 40 men that's supposed to be your homies, and you see these 40 men back down to your opponents, and you willing to rise to the occasion against all these niggas, bro, you don't belong in that group. You feel me? Period. You are not your chip, the chip that you are, don't work for this motherboard. This motherboard is too weak for your chip. I'm too powerful for the motherboard that everything would have short circuited if I would have stayed around these busters. You feel me? So
Mm.
it's like I ain't never felt like nobody's status or legacy was too big for me to sit there and want to follow behind and sweep they buster shit under the rug. So it's like it took me years to get to this point, though. It's not something that happened overnight. It took me years to get to this point. And when I got to this point, I had to be real with everything that I was seeing, everything that I was witnessing, you feel me, everything that I was hearing. And I actually seen the videotape of this dude sit down and in the police interrogation room and point to a folder. And this is what people not finna tell y'all. Like the Hoovers ain't finna let y'all know this. Like my homies ain't finna let y'all know this. And my phone gonna be ringing off the hook later on tonight. My phone finna be going crazy. You feel me? Oh, why you put that content out? Why you say this? I'm not finna sit here and glorify something that don't honor and respect me when I'm a nigga. And I'm still not gonna let nobody disrespect me with this shit. I'm gonna send a nigga that way. You feel me? But uh little
What was
Dito,
your final straw? Because you said you don't give a fuck no more. What was that one thing that happened that you're like, fuck this?
man, the one thing that happened for me, it was really like this Gumby nigga and this Trigger Bird nigga. Like it was them. It was them. They really got me to the point to where I'm like, you know what? I'm just finna expose you niggas, bro. Like, I ain't finna sit here and try to make people think you niggas is that. Y'all not that. You feel me? Because I mean, how much are you gonna sit here and pay attention and take a nigga serious if, like I was saying, like the question you asked, have I ever seen somebody tell and get away with it? Yeah, Lil D Dog. He told some stuff happened. I'm not even gonna put nothing on the homie. You feel me? But well, the ex homie. But I'm gonna say that one of my homies lost his life on non-4 day. You feel me? And my little brother was there. You feel me? It's a whole bunch of shit that went down. My little brother paid for the event that day. You feel me? Brought the whole set together. You feel me? Try to do something good. And a motherfucking checker playing peon, you feel me, that just had envy in his heart, did some sucker shit. And you know, unfortunately, my side, my circle lost one of my good homies. You feel me? And when that happened, somebody who was accused of that for that body went to jail for that body. And you know, the police being the police, they came out with footage. And in the footage, this dude pointed to a folder on the table and asked the police, is my name or anything we talked about gonna come out on anything like that? You feel me? And the police said anything like what? And he reassured the police and pointed to the folder to the file on the table and said that. And the police said, man, look, you done told me a whole lot of stuff. So you gotta be clear on what you told me. Anybody that does that then did some telling, bro. I know if I walk in any interrogation room, I'm walking out without asking that question because I'm grown,
Yeah,
old enough to know I ain't said nothing. You feel me? So this nigga,
yeah.
he
Because
did
if you didn't tell, why would you even ask that? And
exactly.
that shit is gonna be in there, even if there is no paperwork, there's still gonna be paperwork if he told.
Exactly. And then, you know, he pointing to, you know, he sitting there telling the police, like, oh man, I didn't do it. You know, it was the homies who did it. Somebody else did it. They were saving me. And this dude was out here trying to kill me that night and all of this and all of that. Like, bro, you just did too much talking to the police in front of me. You feel me? And then another thing that this motherfucker did is like, you know, a nigga get some insight on this nigga sweeping this telling shit under the rug. You feel me? Like, you know, trying to get the homies to sweeping up under the rug type shit. You feel me? And to try to target a group of homies that got some power and strength over there because a nigga is scared that he gonna lose his power. That's Buster shit. You feel me? And anybody that's over there that's running behind that type of shit is a buster. Straight up. You feel me? And I'm not siding with no buster shit. Niggas getting down like that, that shit ain't groovy, bro. That shit ain't smooth, nigga. You feel me? Nigga gotta be able to know that my homies is gonna be solid, bro. We ain't gonna lose nobody at this table behind each other, nigga. Anytime niggas bring the set together and homies get to die in there, bro, behind some fuckery, bro, that shit ain't smooth. Now, if a nigga gonna disrespect you as a man, bro, and really take that there beyond the gang, bro, then do your thing, bro. But you doing this in a setting where everybody is at the table, bro. Not just non-foe. Five deuces, five nine, seven foes, eight trays, nine deuces, non-foes, eight tray gangsters is all type of gangs that fuck with us during our days. So you
Yeah.
just this shit in front of everybody, bro. You feel
Yeah,
me?
speaking of A-Tray, shout out to Young and Hefe.
Yeah, shout out to Young Ant, man. That's the homie, man. So, you know, like you doing shit like that, and you got niggas over there not politicking on you. They're not saying anything to you about talking to the police. They're not trying to grill you about why you pointed at this paperwork. They're not trying to tell you to get your transcripts. They're not doing none of that. These niggas running behind you. So they cool with the shit.
Yeah.
Damn, it is 2025. Everybody cool with that shit. I'm not cool with that shit. You
Yeah.
feel?
I think it's a lot of selective politicking though, because even there's certain people that have told and no one ever talks about it, and then there's people that told, but it's like it's up for debate if that's telling or not, and they're saying no, you're a rat. It's like nowadays, what constitutes a rat is a, if you I don't know, fucking get on the stand on someone else's behalf even though they asked to. Is that telling? No, but
So
a
that's
lot
what
of people would say it is.
So look, so for instance, like my situation when I was on the yard, right? I had two TVs. I had a TV that was on my books, and I had a floater TV. So the floater TV is a TV that you literally get off the yard. You feel me? Like however you get it, either you buy it with a canteen, like or somebody on the yard, but it's not your books. This is somebody who done rolled it up, or somebody who done went home, or nigga, one of the snitches on the yard and got this TV from the police and just passed it around. So I had a floater TV in my cell, and I had a TV that was on my books. The TV that was on my books was a 15-inch high tech or touch. The TV that was um the TV the floater TV was a 13-inch, but the 13-inch showed way clear. It showed way better than my TV. The little antenna coaxial nipple on the back of the TV was loose. So when
Okay.
you screw it on, it shows fuzzy. Long story short, this broke dude didn't have no money, but his homies would give him a little bud here and there. He had some bud. He needed a TV. His name's Scrooge from 60. He's like, man, bro, let me buy your TV. I'm like, nah, I ain't selling you my TV, but I'll rent it to you. He like, all right, what you want for it? I'm like, nigga, nigga, give me a 50 ball. He like, all right, you want a 50 ball a week? I'm like, nah, nigga, I want 350 balls a week. Give me one right now. You feel me? Because it's bud, bro. Like, nigga, I'm gonna smoke this shit. It's a stick. At the end of the day, this shit is a blunt. Nigga, I'm gonna smoke this shit so quick it's gonna be gone. So he like, all right, boom. He give me 250 balls. I get a nigga the TV, but I keep the floater TV in my cell. When these bitch ass niggas drop kites and get me sent to the hole, when I'm in the cage, cause mind you, you gotta think about it. It's 42 Hoovers on the yard. Only one Fresno nigga was willing to move on me. Nobody else wanted to move on me, bro. I was a problem. Then nobody else. I guess they didn't feel confident enough to get with this squabble game that I got. You feel me? So I'm just like, at that time, when all of this stuff is going on, I'm like, man, uh, I'm like, hold on one second, let me fix this. So at that time, when everything is going on, I'm like, man, these niggas don't want to squabble with nigga. They don't want to do nothing. You feel me? So I'm sitting in the cage, and when I'm sitting in the cage, and the sergeant's telling me that these niggas drop kites on me, I got 3 kites on me. They gotta send me to the hole, and they bring in my property. Now it's a form that it got boxes on there with all of your belongings on it. You feel me? And you have to sign it before you go to the hole. Period. You should not leave the yard without signing that form. So I go ahead and I'm reviewing the form, and I'm like, man, where my TV at? That's the first thing I'm looking for. Like, I'm not worried about nothing else, bro. I get all that shit back. Where my TV at, bro? I had to wait for a whole another quarter to hold, and a quarter is every 3 months, 4 months, or something like that. So I'm like, I gotta wait for a whole another quarter to get my TV. Like, nigga, I'm not gonna be in this hole without no TV. I'm like, where my TV at? They like, if we confiscated that TV, it's a floater. I'm like, a floater? They like, yeah. I'm like, oh no, my TV in cell 104. Can you go get it? The agreement was you pay me, nigga, you pay me once a week, 3 balls once a week, nigga. You feel me? And you keep the TV, nigga, until you get your TV. You feel me? So the agreement gets breached once I'm on my way to the hole. I got a ticket to the hole. Nigga, they just took the floater. So am I supposed to sit here and not say nothing and let this nigga keep my TV, or do I speak up and get my TV that I paid for?
I would speak up, but that's never got me anywhere good.
But they say that that's what Trig tried to say. Like, oh, that nigga told. Like, told on what? Told to get my.
Oh.
Well, I told the police that nigga Scrooge had my TVs so they can get it. Yes, 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 I did. Yes, yes, the fuck I
Yeah.
yes. If that's telling Trig, then fuck it. I said it. Yep. Nigga, that nigga
Did
got
you
my
just say it, or did that get written down or something?
no, never, bro. It was no that shit. It was never in writing. It was the police literally went to his cell and knocked on the door and was like, "Hey, you got Lewis TV?" He like, yeah. They like, man, he going to the hole, man. He just sent us to come get his TV. And this nigga did some buster shit and broke the nipple all the way off. And before he gave it back. So when they brought it back to me, though, I couldn't even watch the motherfucker. So I'm
Did
like,
they give you a new one, or do you still have to wait the 3 months now?
no, no, man. Man, I got ADHD. I took that fucking TV apart and put that bitch back together and got that motherfucker working when I was back there.
Damn.
Yeah, I wasn't going for that. I'm not finna be staring at no wall back here reading these punk ass James Patterson books. That's out.
Oh, damn. I was gonna say, why couldn't he take the floater? But then again, he probably didn't know you were gonna go to the hole, and his mentality was probably like, "That's your problem. I gave you two. It's like this is mine for now." So
Right. That's what I'm saying, man. So they try to say that that's telling, and then when you go into the hole, if you a gang member, for those of you that don't know, man, this is just like to enlighten y'all. Anytime you go to the hole, and if you get 201, like 2 on 1, which is they like saying two people at you to jump on you. So if you get a 2 on 1, if you get a kite dropped on you, if you get rolled up, or if you roll it up, or somebody gets you off the yard, if you a gang member and you belong to a gang card there, the police are going to come search some of your homie cells. That's just the bottom line, bro. Because they have intel that something is going on the yard. You feel me? So, and that's just protocol. Period. That's protocol. And the cell searches be random. Like it's 40 Hoovers on the yard. They got to sit there and figure out who cell they finna search. This nigga sitting here talking about this nigga got some non-fold sales search. Some not nigga. Anybody that been to prison, no nigga. Anybody that get kites dropped on them, if they go to the hole or anything, bro, the police finna come hit some sales off the dribble. You get caught in the visiting room with a sack, they finna come hit some sales, bro. You know what I
yeah.
mean? Get caught with a cell phone, nigga. They're gonna start coming and hit sales, nigga. Like that's just what that shit is. Like you feel me? But Trigger try to span whatever story that he can span just to not make them Hoover niggas that was on that yard look like busters, which they was.
Okay. So, what would be your advice to some non-affiliates? How do you survive in prison? Since being a game member, there's so many rules. What about the non-affiliates? He probably got a call, because this shit froze. So yeah, guys, thank you for watching. Like, comment, subscribe. I should have said that in the beginning, but I never do. So yeah, thank you so much for watching. We did an hour. So yeah, I think he's frozen. So once again, guys, like, comment, subscribe, and I will be back next time.